Guys, I'm gonna go with this. This is what I'm going with. Okay. Mars and Gemini. I'm gonna do a placement. Are we done? Mars and Gemini, coordination. There's nine of swords, nine of spades. And 35. That's the current placement, guys. I don't know. This is what I'm coming with. Cardi, my bitch. This is what I got on my mind. Listen to the artist. Cardi, Scorpio. This is I'm a Scorpio. To the definitely. Like the cooling earth, fire, air, water, spirit, and nature. Horatio with angels, gods, ancestors, sacred ones. Be with me now. Accepted conditions that all the tools in this session are dedicated to the growth and well-being of all beings, place, all beings in their place. Guys, I'm cooking some curry gold. Not curry, not quite. I'm gonna eat with some leftovers on man. Like brown food. Just an awesome cooking on man. Like some cabbage, cornbread. Food, nourishment. Party. Food is our friend over here, Cardi. Cardi having a baby, right? I don't watch all that stuff, bro. No, not to watch Cardi. Cardi. New York. Yes. Put your lights up. I don't know what Cardi sign is in order that stuff. I don't look for, no, I don't do that, guys. It's a privacy issue. I just love her. I agree, Cardi. Fuck it. Yep, I could do it. I need to get married. I'm fasting. I was like almost close to like 5 years. Yep. I don't know. Just listen to the artist. It's poetry. It's spoken word. It's art. It's Neptune. Yeah. The artist. You don't really appraise art. You interpret it. Right. Dancing, that's what I do. I'm an interpret. Scorpio. M's and P. Money. Yes, Scotty. Money. Listen, my mom, my kids, say you work. Yeah. It's like the Queen of Swords from the Shamans, but Selsom. Yeah, Queen of Swords, bitch. I ain't playing with you. Yep, my code. I think God is understand. More than Gemini, got something to do with motherland. It does. Because the children, they like their angel diamonds in my neck and shit. That's bad. Hard diamonds. My chest, hard. Already. She wanted to talk to me. Let's say she went back in her van. It's interesting being in her house and she being grown. I was expecting for it to be, not really. Nope, this is my house. Yes. Some curry gold. Not curry gold. So, celebration. New Moon celebrations. I don't know, praying, right? To God, right? Praying to Him. But every time I pray, God, it's not going to Him because I want something. Praying for Him because problem. It's praying, be gratefulness for what He about to do. I'm like, okay, Father, I need to get married. this Latin, yes, now it's all about Queen of Swords, right? So about how you interpret it now, yeah, perspective. Scorpio is a million ways to God, man. You get so old, get the shoes. Unless you fucking kill yourself and surefire away. That's the only way. And even then, see, you be a vegetable for that until God say, yeah, God, suicide, right? This is serious now. Come on. Because dinosaurs, right? This is current energy. This is a placement that's happening right now. And what, uh, Mars is in the eighth house. See Scorpio. Am I? Yes. The closest I could get to that, Mars is, yes, the eighth house is Five of Cups energy. See? So both, Cardi, I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn it down. But guys, it's about perspective. So see, instead of doing the stress and the anxiety, I listen to Cardi and I be like, fuck it. Yeah, dance while I'm cooking and doing something else. Cause this placement, which is right now, is excruciating, guys. Mindfulness. No, all the yeah, nine of swords. This is right now. Mars in Gemini, and it's in the eighth house, the house of Scorpio. Death, hand of partially is the hand of God. It's fate and destiny. It ain't nothing you could do about it. You got to look at your Uranus placements. Who's got but Mars and Gemini's because it's Mars war inside Gemini. Gemini is the right according now. I told y'all guys I use this system I'm using. It's Emily Clinsburg, absolute astrology. Emily, good God Almighty. When I said I want to go, yes, but it has to be God. Emily, blame it on my mind, not my heart. Cause Emily, yep, I would just go take the program and get whatever. Yeah, so because I use her system. Yo, I use her system for all everything. Yes, my whole family. So I gotta give her. So I would just do it or buy a reading or do something to, but in the meantime, I send her lots of energy, lots of love. And I hope she handle the influx of energy. But it's with love that I send it to her. Thank you, Emily. I learned so much from using her system. It don't make no sense. But astrology is free. It's a science. It's one of them things. It's either you got it or you don't got it. But thank you, Emily. I send you lots of love. But Mars in Gemini. So it's Mars, right? Which is the initiator. So Mars, it starts the war. It begins it. It's the initiator, planet, Mars. Which for me, the more I told you these days, God, yeah, the most he got my clearest is through Mars energy. Myself, yes, with myself, he make me look at myself. So Gemini, right? Now it all depends on where this is happening. But for the collective, today at least it's the eighth house, the eighth house. Diamond, is everything good? I'm doing a video, so don't get into detail. Just say yes or no. Good, yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. So, gosh, guys, I'm not exempt. Let me turn my book down. Right. So, according to now, this is karmic astrology. So, it's in lesson two, right? The eighth house. The asks, what are the possessions of my relationships? What do my partner and I bring to our relationship that can be mutually beneficial? What are the situations that my relationship must face in order to achieve its potentialities? What is available to my relationships that will allow it to be functional in relating to society? How can I best approach? the opportunities and restrictions involved in bringing my relationship to a fruitful state. Quotation marks. The cooperative activity of a couple or group produces various results, releasing new energies or creates new wealth. How are the truth of this activity to be used? This is the basic eighth house question. Additional information. The eighth house is the house of regeneration, sexual energies, and metaphysics. The goal of the eighth house is to merge the lower self with the higher self, or so to become a Christed, anointed being. So for me, in the eighth house, for me, my Mars is in Cancer, so it's more related to incarnacy, Mars and Scorpio, right? The Five of Cups. Now, my life path for me was fives, right? I got a yard in my chart. But I'm saying that to say, with it being in the eighth house, right? Of the house of Scorpio, Mars being in there, involved in it, right? So Scorpio too. So Gemini, right? And Scorpio. And yep, Aries too, in some way, are really highlighted at this time. Aries being an initiator, the archetype of the initiator. Gemini being the storyteller, and Scorpio being what? The alchemist. So guys, yeah. But the war, right? With it being in Gemini, right? Mars being in Gemini. And being the archetype as the story. Now, Mercury, that's Mercurial energy, right? They are ruled by Mercury. The third house is the house of your siblings, right? So this is stuff that have to do relationships, right? With because your eighth house deal with relationships, but in this case, the relationships with our siblings are highlighted, and how we connect. Then now, when you connect the eighth house to that, right, with Mars, and how scorpionic energy, right, how it interplay, right, with each other. Eighth house is the house of death, right? Generation, all that other stuff, right? So how it affects, like, so in other words, if a family is facing, because with new moon in video, a new moon in Virgo, I was talking about facing life changing, life threatening, your own mortality. Now, siblings, right? How do siblings console, support each other, all this stuff when during stressful, yeah, stressful times, right? Your siblings are all coming into question. Do you see them every day? Do you not see them every day? Are they far? Are they near? Are they in your short trips? Yeah, how can you rely on them? Can y'all communicate? Do y'all argue a lot? All of these things are coming into, yeah, into clear view with Mars being in Gemini right now in the eighth house, and some of these things gonna have some relationships are gonna, or some of the things that's either blocking you or that's blocking your relationships, they have to go. If your relationships are important to you, then some of the behaviors and things that get in the way of good communication, because brothers and sisters, they have a role in each other's relationships, and family systems, they have a role. Siblings have a responsibility to one another. In every relationship, there is an exchange of energy that involve giving and taking. So what is your relationship like? If you got a displacement right now, it's traveling to everybody collectively is looking at this. Because the nine of swords is stress and anxiety. That's the anchor card. So everyday life, it's stuff in your sibling relationships that anchor y'all. That anchor probably your relationship, the progression of your relationship. If this has something to do with like y'all creating some sort of family business or having some sort of family business, there's conflict in it. And it's really based in sadness and grief, or everything like the five of hearts represents. And the question I'm gonna leave it like with Mars and Gemini. The question I have on it, but I think it's both, right? What emotional, what emotion do you find hard to accept? What emotion do you find hard to accept? One emotion that you find hard to accept. Acceptance. Some of y'all is anger, aggressive energy between siblings. Y'all fighting or let us say growing up. Me and my siblings, we wasn't able to call each other out of our names. We couldn't, yo, we couldn't even call each other liars. My mother had a heart attack. We had to say you a storyteller. We couldn't. Me and my sisters argue. We don't call each other bitches. Never. We argue, and then the next minute we be back talking or whatever. But now that happens. But I don't know if that's always a good idea because some things need to be resolved for the yeah. Because now, I'm not taking no abuse from my siblings either. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, like losing my. Sometimes you got to go through this, like losing my mother, my siblings. I'm going through this. I lost my mother 3 years ago. And my mother was like the centerpiece of her family. Yes, everybody went to her. Yo, you know how many families we members we had living with us, and all kind uncles and cousins and all that stuff that lived with us. My mother died, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was so, I mean, I was disappointed in my family, and some of them. Like I felt like my mother died, and these motherfuckers, yo, a lot of people, like especially extended family, the motherfuckers didn't even send me a card to say, "I'm sorry for your grief." I don't know. My sisters could have got cards and things like that, and they ain't say nothing. But shit, me being the oldest who was handling all of that, not really. Some yes, a few. But I was highly disappointed, but disappointed because I felt like after everything my mother had been to my family, to my cousins and all of that, I sat there, yeah, I was there. That was my mother, right? And when she died, the motherfuckers, most of them didn't even call me and ask me if they could send me a flat. They ain't even send a ride. If I even needed a ride to the damn cemetery. Nothing. Not even nothing. It was coronavirus season. She died of cardiac arrest. Natural causes cardiac arrest, though. Hell no. I was so disappointed. And some, even my friends, some of them took that opportunity to take a fucking jab at me, bitch. Yup, while you down, I'm gonna take a jab at your fucking ass. Like, yeah, they happy that but listen, yeah, but that was a whole nother story because them bitches did not get it. Nope, I did not break down and act like a queen. I had my hair wrapped. Even the guy in the cemetery, right? I mean, the guy who did my mother funeral, Samson, right? I think in East New York. My mother church was somehow connected to it. They handled it was beautiful. He asked me, Miss, what are you? What are you? Because I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but my hair was wrapped up. I think it's like my mother wanted me to, yes, and but he was like, "Oh, so are you Muslim?" I'm like, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, really. But I guess I'm a little bit of both because my brother is Islamic, right? My brother is, yes. So I don't know. It just happened like that. I ran to the rainbow and I found the perfect. I looked so beautiful. I couldn't even believe it. I didn't break down in a million pieces like I felt like people wanted me to. I'm like, I gotta practice what it is I'm preaching. I must know I'm gonna handle this shit. I'll just do a little bit at a time. And me and my siblings, we buried my mother on a Saturday in 1 week. Without what my mother left behind. Thank God. So this is what I'm saying. Yes. But now, yeah. But now, sometimes, right? in sibling relationships, me being the oldest, it's complicated. So I'm always expected to take the high road, right? My siblings, my brother couldn't make it down because from jail because the coronavirus thing was happening. But my siblings, like when it came to cleaning up my mother's house, I had just been there a month ago. I mean, a little while, maybe 2 weeks prior. So I was already when I there, I was purging and cleaning up her house with bleach and all the stuff. Thank God. So I cleaned the house thoroughly before I left. So when I came back, but I had to clean up and get rid of her stuff and settle her affairs. My sisters could I did that shit mostly by myself. Now my sister and her husband, they don't my mother has you talking about donation. My mother had she was a Capricorn, but my mother dressed her ass off. So she had so much clothes and so much stuff. I donated it to a church next to my sister's house. And her husband came and picked it up or like a few trips to drop the stuff off. Because there's no way stuff had tags on the clothes on. And my mother was a big woman, so her clothes were expensive and I knew it would benefit the church. So and some of the stuff, I had a girlfriend who came by and picked up and made sure that stuff was going to go to Honduras and some of the women in Honduras. So I had to make sure because charity is important to the ancestors for clearing up for peace for their souls, the transition and all of that. So getting rid of yes, it was crazy, but I did it by myself. But I knew okay, I in times like this, my siblings, right? Because as the older sister, I always been protective. I don't know what else to do, right? So I know that this is right for them. It's yeah. So I gotta be the strong one. I can't break down. So I cleaned up my mother's house and I got rid of everything, but I did it. I didn't get angry at my sisters like, oh my God, I'm doing everything by myself and I have to get rid of but I knew who they don't want to go through her stuff. It's just too much. Her pictures, or they don't want. So I did it. So sometimes you know what you gotta. It's like okay, when keeping a balance and keeping things in balance. Sometimes it's imbalance. Sometimes you gotta do a little bit more. Sometimes if one falls down, right, then the other one takes up. That even if it's just for a little while. So when dealing with depression and sadness and all this stuff, imagine as siblings, like the four of us as my siblings. It's been difficult, but as the older sister, I I couldn't really grieve like I wanted to. I can't, so I have to because my siblings are more important to me. If I break down in the middle of the pieces, then what are they gonna do? 'Cause they expect me to be the strong one, right? My sister wound up having a baby, so what do I do, right? I understand it's our family tradition, it's our family way. What do we do? It's something that we used to doing, right? It's my nephew. I love him. My sister, right, is we both are facing yes, circumstances. I'm in Virginia going through whatever, and my sister just had a baby. So I'm like, okay, the Most High God, He answers first because now it's a baby involved. My sister, yes, but what do you do when somebody you love is in pain and it's something or in distress and it's something that you could do about it? Not that's my sister, yes, but my nephew, he's just important to me as my sister. Because guess what? Every time I look at him, he looked just like my sister. So it's like holding yeah, like looking down at my little sister, holding her when she was born. When she was born, I was like 10. So for me, it's one and the same, right? But now sometimes I get angry because I'm not gonna lie. My siblings, I feel like, but all three of them has said not my brother yet. After all of this stuff, right? All the sacrifices, even up until right now, they sometimes they determine not to acknowledge me. They try to act like I'm not important, like yeah, like it doesn't matter. They tell me, "Well, you are older sister. That's what you were supposed to do." But I respond to them and say, "Okay, so as my younger sister, what is your responsibility to me? Because relationship, because my sisters will tell me about their husband in a minute, and I don't even intrude on no." But my husband, yeah, I'm like, okay, your husband, that's great, and that's all fine. I'm not trying to take anything from your husband, but I'm your sister, so every time you in need, your husband might be there, but you call me, and I'm there too. I don't ask you no questions. I'm there. But now, okay, I'm in. Yeah, but what about? So what about me? Can you at least acknowledge me? And sometimes I feel like the older, yeah, both. Yes, they tell me out of their mouth. Like even my oldest daughter, like, okay, so you my mom. I don't owe you anything. How you don't owe me nothing? You do owe me something all the time. Yes, because even the past is the past. But even yesterday, today, I'm here helping you. I don't have to do this. And I because listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. My daughters, I tell because yes, it happens with my daughters too. They don't want to acknowledge something. Yes, they have a hard time with this, but I make it practical. Yes, I do. I tell now all my I swear, my daughters specifically, their friends, most of their friends grew up with they don't live with their mother, their biological mom. They their mother biological mom didn't raise them. I yes, I yeah, and I say this to you. I say this to them. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Your friends, right? They so important to you, and they about right your life. Cause Mercury, yeah, it's Uranian friends, right? The age of the Aquarian, right? Collective and all this stuff, right? All this stuff, Uranian, right? Uranian. Yeah, they got the nerve to say this stuff to me. So I make it, yeah, plain and clear. Like, yeah, listen, okay, your friends, right? How many of them grew up with their moms? How many? Yeah, obviously. Okay, sometimes I gotta tell the truth. Your biological, yeah, they biological parents, mother. Yeah. So when you go to them and you talking to them about your mother, oh my mom, she gets on my nerve, mom. Then you when you say my name, you better say it. Yeah, right, right. So sibling, yes, because it's all relevant. Because now, okay, so when sibling relationships, right, are dysfunctional, right, and yes, then it affects, right, because now my daughters are now cousins with my my siblings, their children. So when we going at it or we arguing, now they like, okay, right. But in my situation with my nieces and nephews, it makes them, yes, it makes them very, very nervous. See, my siblings, both they don't know that. They probably not aware of it, but I am because I'm highly sensitive. I spend all the time with the kids cooking and talking and playing with them and doing all of this stuff. And we have conversations about this. My nephews, they tell Auntie, I'm upset. Why would you leave me? I'm like, leave you how? I didn't leave you. I was trying to get right. So, Auntie, why would you leave? Right now, Grandma dies, and then you gonna leave and go further? I'm like, child, and I had to explain to them why, what my intention. Okay, I wasn't leaving you, beloved. I was leaving, trying to set myself up, put myself in a better position so that you guys could come and we can have more fun, more space. Right, what I'm trying to do, I'm not just bullshitting around. So see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we think about this in the big like I don't know if we think about this when we making all these decisions. When I was making all these decisions to move to Virginia and doing all this, I'm not thinking that my nephews, especially after leaving my mother, my grandmother, my mother losing my mother, she's the staple. They lost so and now yeah, they like good God Almighty, you're right, she's going. And now auntie, you leaves. Like what's happening? So, right. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. Auntie would never, ever, ever go, no, which is why now I'm like, okay, yeah, my nephew's like, no, no, no. My nieces, no. The sadness and the grief, we are facing it because we got to deal with the grief and everything that's happening in our personal lives as we try to cope with losing my mom, right? All of these things since are coming up. Stress, yes, all the stress and anxiety. So now, all the things I guess we've been putting off, they coming up. But I'd rather just address it. See, my nephew, what I said, he like, Auntie, nobody likes you because you always tell the truth. And I tell them, listen, y'all motherfuckers, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna be just like this. My mouth is filthy. They will tell you. It's shocking. Oh, I gotta get their attention. I'm not fucking playing with you, motherfuckers. Because I'm not gonna be walking around here psychotic because you don't want me to talk about how I feel. I'm not gonna repress all of this to make you feel more comfortable. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say my Mercury's in Scorpio, guys. I'd rather just talk about it and let's get it out in the open. I know it hurts. Then tell me what it is so I can fix it. No, no, no. But if this is about you trying to control my life and my spiritual gifts, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm certainly not going to stop psychology and doing what I'm taught. What is this about? But every relationship has to be reciprocal. And God, what I say, now since my brother coming home, we've yet to get to like all of us together and talk again and like the grief of my mother, and we haven't done that yet. I haven't seen my brother yet since he came home. But I have to. It's not because it's anything. I just have to deal with it first because I believe that it's going to be so emotional that I have to just let it has to be like fated in destiny. He probably feel the same way. But yes, guys. So I don't. Yes, with Mars and Gemini and being in the eighth house, yeah, everything eighth house, but it rules death of all kinds. So death is a necessary process. It has to happen. So, but everything is about perspective. But doing this kind of work and being in spiritual death is different to me now. Very, very much so. Yeah, I deal with it way more different because it's a psychological thing for me. So yeah. Usually I'm getting intuitive hits about these things, so when they happen, I'm not exactly sure all the time, but when it happen, I have a, I have the opportunity most times to ground myself. So guys, when you now is the time, yeah, grounding. You got to get into, yeah, definitely in the body because if we talking about spades, you could look this up, right? You could look it up because the nine of spades have is attached to right some stuff. Five of cups, that's also you could look it up. Is it could be life path, it could be connected to birthday, it could be connected to a whole bunch of stuff. If you just put in the nine of spades and get the meaning of it, and then you can apply it to you the definitions that come up or the yeah, and it could right you apply it, you could get more specific information, but it's yeah, it's about your emotions, emoting, guys. But it's grief, it's sadness and disappointment and shame and embarrassment and all of this stuff that could come from yes, from things that happen, our childhood, maybe living in poverty, the embarrassing things, the shameful, yeah, that we don't want to talk about. But these things, yeah, they become toxic and then they affect your sacral, which is your yeah, is the energy center, right? Your sexual energy, yeah, it affects your sexual energy. And so, and since in today's times, we live yeah, where everything is about sex, right? Sex sells. Everything is about sex, sex. Yeah, sex for sale, right? My sisters, as far as I know, we wasn't raised to sell sex. My sisters are very conservative. If any, I'm probably the one who dressed probably the sexiest. I'm the one who dressed more like my mother. Yes, but going to church, she couldn't do it no more. But I do it. I'm telling you the truth. I dress more like my mother. I'm a revolutionary like my mother. I like, yeah, so I dress like a revolutionary. Like, yeah, like them girls. That's how I dress. But my mother did. My mother wore flowers in her hair. I wear flowers in my hair too. I'm not gonna apologize it. And my sisters, I think it does. It makes them uncomfortable. But what you, I don't wear bras. Them shits are like the devil. This bra is like a them shits about punishment. Punishment. That's it. It's like every time you put it on, you be like, shit. I know it's not God punishing me because I don't gotta put it on. It's me punishing myself. Them they shits hurt. No, I walk the path of the sacred woman. It's about freedom and liberation. Fuck y'all. It's not my problem that other people don't. Yeah, they not just sexual organs. They feed people nourishment, babies. They produce milk that I could feed. That I got my children. I fed my children from. My sister dealing with her with my nephew in the formula. Oh my God, my poor nephew. He rejected the formula. He's almost one, and he still only. Yeah, I think he only went up to 6 ounces of formula. He like I don't. Yeah, he rejected that shit. It gave him colic. It made him cry. It was horrible. And he just rejected. Like honestly, I don't need. He just listen. I could do other things. Milk, please. I don't gotta have it because it made him uncomfortable. He don't. I don't need it because I. Yes. And so we had. Yeah, we had to like break it. Find a way to feed the boy because in his infancy, because he won't the milk. He had a hard time digesting that shit. What you going? What you could do? Why my sister didn't breastfeed? I don't know. I don't know. It was traumatic. My sister, it threw her for a loop. But I said, glory be to the Most High God, because my sister Fanny, who's the Taurus, she got so much fucking, she's so control issues. I said, good. This, yeah, maybe this is the medicine. The baby would be the medicine to help her out and make her, yeah, lose control or some shit like that. Glory be to the Most. Yeah, my middle sister. You get them back. You be like, shit, God, yup. Oh, shit, okay. But God got you because you got a baby. Good God Almighty, and it's yours. Yep. Thank God you got a husband and all that, but it's your baby, and he a Scorpio. Bars inside Scorpio. Yep, baby. Because he's a Scorpio, and I looked at his birth chart. He got an ass. Yo, he is like his. He has an aspect in his birth chart that is some sort with Mars. So he present himself. Yep. So my sister deals with this with her baby, Mars. Yep. Glory be to the Most High God. See, we get them back. You ain't always gotta be doing all that, God. You just pray, and people bother you, and then He fixed them up with others. He get them back, and He got my sister back for being so mean. With yeah, Tootie, and I love him so much, and Tootie love me, and yeah, guess what? My sister know. I spoke to her on the phone the other day, and my daughter sat there like, Mom, I think they miss you, right? She probably miss you, the baby. She probably needs you, right? Can't wait till you come back. Yeah, I said, I bet, yeah, I think so. You don't gotta say, but I know. Ask people around her way about being that baby. They be like, wow, the baby. He look. I say that's my cause I tell no, that's not my baby now. No, nope, that's my nephew. And they be like, wow, he look like he yours. I be like, he is mine. He my nephew. I walk around. I tell, yeah, I tell this. No, it's my nephew. I'm here helping my sister around her way because I go in the back. I take Tootie outside. I go dancing, all that stuff. Sit in the sun. It's a lot of Asians. So they understand all this stuff I do. Most, yeah, Asians and their connection with the ancestors. So I'm out in the sun doing all of this stuff. Now I'm yo, they like, yep, doing this to me. I'm like, yep, like that. I'm like, yep, they do this to me. I'm like, yep, out in the sun. Tootie, it be like 8 o'clock, 7 early in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. We me and Tootie be outside in the sun, getting trying between the sun and the moon. Me and Tootie, yep, trying between the sun and the moon. Tootie, I'm like, I don't know. So let's just do it and fuck it. I don't know, help your mommy. Like, yeah, maybe shit. Cause sometimes you be blocked. It come through the kids. The Most High God knows my heart. That's my nephew. Tootie trusts me, and God knows. I don't know. I'm trying to help you, Tootie. Help me. We gotta use, yeah, help each other get through this stuff. Astrology. I don't know, but let's, yeah, do it together, Tootie. I love. Yeah, I don't know. It's love, right? God. So yeah, I don't know. Family stuff coming up now with more. Yeah, stuff with the siblings. But before I close, it has to be now. Love has to be in the building, though, guys. Do you love your siblings? Let's just start with that. Do you love your siblings? Let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Do you? Do you love your siblings? Because I love mine, but now I'm not gonna be like my mother. I'm not gonna be like my mother now. No way. I'm not gonna do all. Mm-mm. And then you motherfuckers ain't gonna send a flower to my fucking funeral. You ain't gonna ask my kids if they need a ride to the fucking cemetery. You know what I'm? It Guys, it's complicated, guys. But when it comes to family systems, right? It's like they break off, right? So your siblings, right? They all create their own. You're right, their own family, and then right, it breaks off the trees, right? They kind of break off from the main tree, so the seeds drop down, and they plant other seeds and things like that. But now I need for them to be. We want the idea is that they be healthy. But I know, right? I only have control. It makes me think about my two daughters, right? And as they grow up, what are their relationships going? Are they going to support each other? What is this going to be like? Because they have a significant age gap. So now in this part of my life, I'm focusing on making sure that they shit is tight. Because for now, shit, they only got each other. Because when it comes to my siblings, beloved, I tell them the truth. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be there for you. I can't say for sure. So yes, I gotta tell the truth. I can't say for sure. I'm not responsible for other people. But I know one thing is for sure and two things are for certain. My nieces and my nephews, they don't gotta ever worry about me because yes, I'm never gonna abandon them in their time of need. Never. Auntie will be there. And I let them know that out of my mouth. I say it so they know. Because I even just so it gives them a little bit more security. Because sometimes as parents, we moving about in the world trying to make money. The kids, I don't know if we really check in to see how they doing, to see how they feeling, to see what's going on. I said my nephews and nieces they lost my mother. My mother was like yeah, she spoiled the shit out of those kids. And they didn't to tell you the truth, my nephews they didn't really get to grieve because they was too scared for us. So I didn't see them cry. My kid, no, maybe now I ain't see Jemiah cry until we moved to Virginia over my nope. They didn't like break down in the middle, but I felt like okay, because even my sister Danielle was like, "Now I'm worried about Jemiah." Yeah, she's not like even. I'm surprised now. Which one? But I said the same thing about my nephew. Okay, was going yeah, because I didn't see them crying, but I knew why because they probably was like, "No, we can't do it right now, right?" They probably huddled together and was like, "Bro, crying is out right now because yeah, got to be strong for them because I don't know." Yeah, but it's the process, and the process is 8 stages, I think, to grieving. Yeah, it's true. You bound, you go. I don't know. It ain't all. Yeah, they ain't always no straight path. You bounce around. So, yeah, siblings are highlighted. And the death of them, I guess some of them. But probably spiritually, some people, like if you into the whole past life things, are probably not renewing soul contracts with their sisters and brothers. Some don't want to repeat no more lifetimes with them. They just want it to be over. And reviewing that, because Judgment Pluto, right, being in retrograde and these things, yeah. And then there goes Libra, up the up above. This is, yeah, as above, so below. And the moon, Akashic records and all of that being, yes. I feel like it's sort of like burned up. Tree grazing, yeah, stuff like that. Like people, yeah, because I'm doing that right now. I'm with a lot of soul, like, so I'm cutting ties. I don't want to do this no more. So let me do the cards and see what come out of here. So guys, this is coming up, and a lot of this stuff happens in your dream state. So pay attention to your dreams. But now, guys, Mars is here, so this all these lessons that's coming up are bringing awareness to yourself and your projected temperament. Gemini, storyteller. Are you telling the truth? Because Gemini, the archetype of Gemini, we could go, yeah, when it comes to communication and logic and all this stuff, and your communication skills. You communicate, yeah, effectively, or do you get angry and blow up and start screaming and yelling so you can try to deviate away from the truth? Scorpio, how do you deal with it? Your deepest and darkest, your emotions. What do you do? Scorpio, do you go medicate yourself to death? Go drink and get high and do all of that kind of stuff, Scorpio, or go, yeah, and have reckless and, yeah, dangerous sex. Both, yeah, and Aries. Or, yeah, how do you deal with it? Your issues with your siblings. And how, yeah, and how you deal with this in your everyday life. Because you can sit there and say it don't bother you, but that's a lie. Because when you grow up in a house with your sib, yeah, I don't know, because it wasn't all bad. Not with me and my siblings. It was mostly love. We had great times. So let's see, mostly love. Yeah. So I am enthusiastic. I'm also hopeful and I'm positive about my situation with my siblings because yeah, my mother and our relationship growing up, the memories, they're not all bad. We had really good ones. So watching Annie, listening to Kirk Franklin, eat food, all kinds of stuff with my siblings, even in the correctional facility. My brother used to get trailer visits. Yeah, he had trailer visits. So we go spend like 2, 3 days up there with him. Cooking and, yeah, with my brother. Good behavior. See? King of Pentacles, good God Almighty. The big fish. Now, what's in the 10th house? Guys, I know these could be long, but okay, click off and come back. But yes, I got burned off some of this energy. So listen, let's do it. Let me see something. Let me see what the King of Pentacles, right? This is Mercury. King of Pentacles, that's the ninth house, right? Uh, let me see. The ninth house. What else is over here? The King of Pentacles. The King of, okay, which is, it is Sun in Capricorn. It is Sun in Capricorn. So, but it is Virgo moon, right? So, what else? The Sun is on the King of Pentacles right now. The Sun is on him. Is the craftsman, right? According to absolutely astrology, right? Is the, well, I know, right? It's considered the archetype of the craftsman, right? But it is the big fish. Pluto is retrograded inside Capricorn, but now Sun in Virgo, I believe. What is this? Is it the 10th house? Yes, it is. It's in the 10th house, and the moon is in Libra. in the 10th house, right? So that's the 10th house, which is government and all of this stuff, right? The 10th house. How and what may I achieve? How will I use my power? How will I integrate myself into the greater whole? When I reach a state of true individualization and able to operate in an autonomous and authentic in my as an autonomous and authentic self, my consciousness should be able not only to be or not only to function or participate in a life oriented community and in biospheric activities, but to contact a transcendent field of experience in a superphysical type of energy. Then my star, my spiritual self, my star, right? Me, my star, and my spiritual self will stand tall as I fulfill my role in the cosmic plan. Additional information. The 10th house deals with the contributions you make to the public domain through your career and your vocational and amateur interests. So yeah, I don't know. Your so siblings, your status and your reputations in the world so there goes your husbands or your spouse. Yeah, in some cases, the sisters, your spouses, right? Yeah, if they got husbands. Both of my sister husbands are King of Pentacles. They Taurus, sis. And my brother's wife will be the Queen of Pentacles, which is she's a Taurus. See what I'm saying? I got a video up there. King of Pentacles, King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So the King of Pentacles come out and it's highlighted in this time. That's the big fish. So the big fish is highlighted at this moment. That 10th house is government, law, yes, all of that stuff. Corporate. This is the entrepreneur is highlighted right now. So my mother was an entrepreneur, so she taught us to be entrepreneur. But I think only my brother and I are the only ones who are scared and who are courageous enough to take the shot. They scared for some reason, and it seems that my daughters want to do the same thing. They want to play it safe. So now, guys, that's another thing. Your siblings and their spouses might be an issue too. Some stress and anxiety with specifically, I believe sisters with because the Ace of Cups is the man. So yeah, a purification is happening right now with the entrepreneurs and the 10th house. Yeah, Ace of Cups, the men are highlighted right now. So there go obviously is Gemini coming up probably as the King of Pentacles or King of Pentacles. They all signs. Entrepreneurs, they all the signs. But collectively, yes, the entrepreneur. So this is some who trying to maybe thinking about becoming entrepreneurs, taking that path. Some who probably work in corporate. Some who sit. Yeah, these are the ones that sit at the table. But I feel like if it's the big fish, specifically Gemini, Aries, and Scorpio, big fishes are being highlighted here. Going through some sort of purification. So your partner is somebody you probably got these. It's collective, but they somebody it could be in their chart right now because my Mars is in Cancer, which is related to the Five of Cups card. But it's also it comes it's in the eighth house, Mars and Scorpio. Yeah. So men, if you are I say okay, King of Cups here, which is a Scorpio, but you could be Mars Scorpios, right? Right. I don't know, guys. Men, I think King of Pentacles energy is the way to go right now. And do yeah, y'all need some sort of the big fish. You need water, you're thirsty, right? Cause see, impoverishment, you hungry. Like I don't know, maybe your wives do they fucking cook? This could be yeah. So Queen yeah. So the women here, right? I don't know now. Yeah. So this goes back to maybe your childhood home and seeing how your mother handled like yeah, Queen of Pentacles energy, right? Like was she domesticated or did she domesticate you? Cause your husbands, right? They are hungry and thirsty. They need nourishment. So perhaps that's what I'm saying with this new age thing. Women they at work all the yeah, and then I don't know the men, their husbands are not yeah are not happy about whatever said thing is. So even though it might you might be making a lot of money or you making money, something is lacking here, but it's in the pentacle realm. It's your home, beloved. And then five of pentacles, like okay, poverty, right? Like poverty consciousness and be living in poverty. Guys, yeah. So um thinking poorly. Right. So with non is managing like the stress. So you and finding the work and family life balance, work home life balance, finding some balance because now, yeah, you could be working and making all this money, but are you cooking or are you eating fast food all the time? Cause see, this is well known. Six of Wands. This is out. Six of Wands. This is some sort of ceremony. Some see he got a wreath right on his wand. But if he got a wreath on his wand, then he ain't turned on, bitch. His dick, yeah, it ain't a wreath. It's the completion of his wreath. He don't even. Okay, so the grown people only. Cause yeah, he's not. He's probably not. He's probably like yeah. He rather I don't know do something else. Maybe go to war. Do something. Yeah, six of them. Cause he his troop. They back there. He leading right. So, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe because he gotta use his energy somewhere else. Because he can't use his bond with you. Is the 20 a wreath on his bond in this card? That's his phallic. So he could be having impotency because the king of yeah impotency issues. He can't yeah because his psyche, They go to King of Swords. See, Gemini, Libra, yes, and Aquarius. Whatever this is, right? The men here, right? They got the sadness and disappointment specifically for men. I don't know. At this time, yeah, like yeah, it's they are feeling it. Cause guess what? Full cup disappointment. And whatever the society, because maybe perhaps for the men, the big fish, they I don't know, they ideology and now coming to terms with, oh my God, so what the fuck I've been doing? Living a lie all of this time? Because the Ace of Cups is being handed to them from out of the clouds. The Ace of Cups is head down on, yes, it's down. It's head. This is right under the Ace of Cups, which for right plus is five. So some cup is being handed to him right now, specifically. Yeah, yeah, collectively. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now, women could go back and forth. You could say men ain't shit and all this other stuff, but for some reason, the Most High God is. in this case, he's handing them some, yeah, because they thirsty and they probably praying. I need, Father, I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. They need their mouth. They want to use their mouth. They want to suck, and yeah, can he suck on you? Because in the songs they talk about all of this water, right? No, let's just talk about it, right? Water and splash, and yeah, they have a, yeah. So yeah, apparently maybe they listening to these songs, but they want to do it. They want to drink. I don't know. Can he? Can he? They the one because it's communication happening about it. They talking about it somewhere through text messages, social media, something like they needs are not being met. The Five of Pentacles is here. Out here. So it's abandonment issues. Which brings me to the point about quality versus, yeah, qua- quantity. They need a lot. But it's my belief is I don't give a zero is a zero. I don't give a fuck how many zeros you add together. It's still gonna equal up to zero. I'd rather just have one. I'm just one good one. I don't, why I need so many if they all gonna be fucking zeros? Cause how is you gonna have all of this energy for all of this, if you got so many? He only one person. So how many right, how many is these he gonna have? So if you, yeah, self responsibility here, but if you doing everything it is that you need to be doing as the Queen of Pentacles and taking care of your home and being a trap queen, like real a trap queen in your house, then I don't, yeah. It should be plenty of the drink, right? You should have juice in there, making berry juice and berry drinking fresh juices, and right. Because when you live in this holistic lifestyle, you eat good food, lots of fruits and berries and all this stuff. You drink it because as the feminine energy, you nourish the rest of the family. They suck on you, your kids. I mean, not literally, but when yeah, they feed off of you. So what they get from you, is it healthy? Your husband do too. But however, whatever is because he the Ten of Cups is here. This is the ultimate being yeah, family. I believe it's Piscean. See, the husband and wife and the children. But they communicating about this. Something is lacking because the Five of Pentacles is about that. Men are important here, ladies. Like y'all could do, yeah, women are doing it and we doing it well and all that other stuff. And somehow, even with all the stuff it's coming up, they are angry. But I feel like yes, it is misdirected anger because they probably angry at their mom and they should probably take it up with their mom instead of taking it out on women, right? Like just random. Every woman is not responsible for your abandonment issues, right? It's about yeah, your wish fulfillment and you yeah, every man for themselves. Nine of Cups, every man for themselves. It's your responsibility to make sure that your needs are being met. So if you're in a situation where your needs are not being met, then I don't know, Chariot, which is the node, right? Libra. So you do the math on that. Chariot that's a major arcana, right? That's Venus, right? What's your love nature, right? It's connected, yup, to your money is yup. Second house, Taurus. Stress and anxiety. And that's look, the key here, guys, is Jupiter. Temperance. Some temperance need to happen here. And so water and fire. But in this case, right, in this card, see, it's some unification, some unity, because the rainbow means unification. But I feel like in the self principle, the self. And we just moved out of the moon being in Virgo in the ninth house, right? So yeah, tempering the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. I can't make this shit up. The Queen of Pentacles. You're socializing, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the problem with your yeah, something with your social skills. Your social skills, yeah. Three of Cups, partying and doing all of that, Queen of Pentacles. Because we all know the Queen of Pentacles in cartomancy is the Paths card, number 22. So now, Queen of Pentacles, right? Yep. So another path is being offered to you too, because the hand of God is coming down for the guys they praying, right? Because maybe doing the videos and I'm talking about like this all this violence against women, guys are probably really looking at themselves right now. And then with 10th house, this yeah, because something got to change. The laws or something. Because why do we have to be walking around feeling unsafe? So I guess guys in response to it, they saying, okay, we'll acknowledge that, right? But why is this? And the truth here is the Queen of Pentacles. They the truth. Who's the mom? The home. The home. What they home is being the home is being highlighted here. Where you learned this from? And your kids, right? Your siblings and where y'all grew up, your local area, all this stuff is being highlighted right now. And see, the page of swords, the truth about the 5 of Cups. This Mars and I can't make this shit up. The 5 of Cups. There we go again to confirm it. Yeah, your Mars, your war in Scorpio, your grief, your sadness, Queen of Pentacles. Because perhaps you living in denial. You don't want to acknowledge that you got some work to do too. That some denial here, Queen. Some of you, and see that will just so some might have so in terms. Okay, I'm here in time because I'm gonna close right. This is Moon in Taurus. So when the Moon goes in Taurus, guys, you gotta Uranus Uranus energy. So I don't know. Maybe you might want to be prepping for this. I'll do a reading on Uranus and tap in and see if we could see what right to expect, right? Because it's all about soulmate relationships, right? Right, in our perception of loss. And I feel like opposing what needs to go. You purging, what needs to go, you got to make room for more. How do you get more? You can't, you got to let some of this old stuff go so new stuff will come in. But if we're talking about time, I'm going to leave these two out and I'll do this as a placement reading and I'll find a way to do it, but it's Uranus that works with Saturn, who came up, right? King of Pentacles, the big fish, right? Something unexpected, but it's always to move, right? The planets are always good. It's to move you out of whatever rut um you're in. So guys, so for messages, go look up the Nine of Spades. You can look up the Anchor and see how those things apply to you. Okay? Peace out, guys. I'm gonna tell her to call this guy.